What's up, YouTube? This is the Duel Factory once again with another deck profile. This time I will be doing it's kind of a culmination of deck profiles. This would be an updated Burning Abyss deck profile from post Bosh. It's also the deck that I took to the recent Indiana Regional that you saw the deck profiles of my buddies who topped. And I also played this at Yu-Gi-Oh! Day, so it's kind of a culmination of all three of those. Because deck build's been relatively the same since those events. As for Yu-Gi-Oh! Day, I competed in two of them this weekend. One at Yeti Games Springfield, and then one in the Hidden Lair in Mount Zion, Illinois. The one in Yeti Springfield, I took third place in and got one of the tokens. The one I competed in on Sunday at Mount Zion, I actually won. I got another token, and I got this mat. The entire weekend, all I played was Monarch and Pepe, so that was fun. I found out the Monarch deck's not very good without the field spell, and Pepe's still the best deck. So, that being said, I just went ahead and prepared for the best deck, which was Pepe. Which, the floodgates I played against them was just as good. Against Monarchs as well. So, on to that, we'll go on to the deck profile. For Burning Abyss, a lot of it's still standard than some of the new stuff. You play 3 Storm. It's your Searcher. You play 3. 2 Seer, you can only play 2. After playing this deck a lot, I feel like Konami should have made this the one, put this one instead of Graph, but we have 2 to play with, so I'm going to go ahead and still play 2. And then the 1 Graph. Like I said, summoning from the deck's still good, just Seer's just vast, it's just better, in my opinion. And then I played a lot of one-ofs. I played 1 Barbar, this plus Nightmare Shark's a win con, and then getting your opponent under 900 is really big too, because that can win you the game. I only played 1 Farfa. Looking back at it, I probably should play 2, and I'm probably going to make room for the second one, because this gets me out of the lock with the field spell of Monarchs. And this is also a way to get around like Nightmare, Rafflesia, and all those fun cards. 1 Calcab. Bouncing back row is somewhat relevant. However, it's a big-bodied one for the Burning Abyss, because they're kind of all little-bodied ones anyway. So, he has some purpose there. I play 1 Libic. Libic's good. It's another name, and then sometimes use the effect summon one out of your hand. Make sure it makes playing around your back row a lot easier. 1 Cagna, because I do play good and evil, and then I play 1 Rubik. I might bump this up to 2 because I noticed I kind of wanted to have access to 1 in the deck and 1 in the graveyard at all times, but for now I'm playing the 1. This is fine. And then for some of the new cards, I do play 3 Fiendish Rhino Warrior. This card is really good. It protects all your Fiend monsters. They don't die from the stupid effect of controlling something that isn't a Burning Abyss. So, say in games 2 and 3, it's really good because if they Flying Sea, instead of them Flying Sea and you losing all your cards, you still have the Burning Abyss monster. Also, it's really good against the Thunder Vassal because some people play the Thunder Vassal in Monarchs, and the Thunder Vassal gives you a token, which effectively turns you off. Well, the Fiendish Rhino Warrior makes it where it doesn't turn you off. So it has that purpose. Plus, it Foolish Barrel any Burning Abyss monster from your deck to the graveyard, so it might as well be a Burning Abyss. And then the 1 Tour Guide. It tutors out everything in the deck that isn't a hand trap. And then I played 3 Maxi. It's really good against Pepe. It's absolutely terrible against Monarch, but I played more Pepe than Monarch, so it worked out. And then I played 2 Effect Failures, because this card's really good against Monarch and Pepe. And that's it for the monsters. For the spells, I played 3 Upstart. More or less, I wanted to make my opening hands more consistent, and this card just gets me a little bit further into my deck, so it gets me to like my anti-spell fragrances and other cards like Twin Twister, so that's good. Speaking of Twin Twister, I play 2 Twin Twister. Now looking at retrospect, instead of only maining 2, I probably would main the 3rd, because there's a lot of times where if I could just Twin Twister the field spell for Monarch, or if I could just blown the scales against Pepe, the 3rd one would have been very helpful, plus I mill a lot of cards, but I played 2 this weekend, it was fine. It got me 2 tokens and a mat, so I can't complain. And then the 1 Foolish Burial. This is like the 4th Fiendish Rhino. And then 1 Good and Evil, because it allows you to search, and it's good with Kagana. Then onto the traps. My trap lineup, I feel like it's kind of light, but since Twin Twister's a card, you don't really want to set a lot of back row anyway. 3 Anti-Spell Fragrance. This is an auto-win against Pepe. And then against Monarchs, it's really good too, because a lot of the times they have to open up by playing their spells, and then they can't turn, if they open the field spell, they can't lock you out with the field spell immediately. So that card's really good, and then, like I said, it's just an auto-win against Pepe, unless they have Twin Twister. 3 Solemn Strike. Being able to stop an entire Pendulum Summon's good, Being able to top Max, seeing Effect Veiler and Ghost Ogre is even better. For the chainables, 2 Breakthrough. This card's really good. It stops effects, which is huge. Either Breakthrough skill or Effect Veilering the Skullcrab Bat Joker is really good, or your Monarch or the Idea is really good. And then having an Out to Infinity Diamond and Dweller is huge in this deck, because you have a hard time dealing with those cards anyway because they're big. So you don't need their effects on top of it. And then Horn of Heaven. Grand Horn is cool. To be perfectly honest, between Grand Horn and Horn of Heaven, I don't like either of those cards, but they have the ability to stop Pendulum Summons. Also, if my opponent flying sees me or hits him with that stupid token with Thunder Vassal, this outs it to where Grand Horn doesn't, so that's why I play the Horn of Heaven. And then the only one of those I play in the deck, I play Skill Drain and I play Warning. Warning, like I said, is one I think the best trap card. And Skill Drain, even though it's susceptible to to Twin Twister and MST and stuff like that, I'd rather play this than Vanity's Emptiness or any other Floodgate card, just because this card wins the game if they can't out it. Like, anytime I resolve this, my opponent just going to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And then that's the main deck. It's 40 cards. And then on to the extra deck, which most extra decks are pretty standard. Virgil. I made this card a lot. Just being able to spin Scale, spin back the field spell when you Farfa away their Monarch and stuff like that. That's another reason why I want to play 2 Monarch too, because it's not 2 Monarch, but 2 Farfa, because it's good with this card. The obligatory 3 Dante. It's your best card. It's your go-to card. And then the 3 Downard to go into Dante. People keep telling me to cut down 2. I don't see the logic behind that. Until like we get Beatrice and stuff like that. Like, I made 3 of these almost every game I played, almost. Or at least made 2, for sure. Because you'd rather this get spun back than not get your Dante effect, than have the Dante effect, or Dante get spun back and then not get the Dante. F-Zero, this is your out to Cosmo, Dark Destroyer. And then it's also a good card that steals games. The only time I made it, it got banished by Mega Kaius, so I didn't get much use out of it. Mech-Equipped Engineer is a good generic rank 3, protects your cards, also protects your Vanity's Fiend if you have it up. Giga Brilliant, this card's really good. It's also important against Monarch matches and stuff like that, because it makes sure Dante's big enough to trade shots with them to get them off the field. We play the 1 Nightmare Shark. This is Barbar's game. We play 1 Acid Golem. It's a 3k beater and under Skill Drain. It's really good. We also play Alucard because it pops set cards, wind up Zen mains, and then I just went ahead and played the 1 Chimera Tech Fortress in the extra deck instead of siding it. In retrospect, I have lost to a couple hero players, so I'll probably take this move to the side and play a Leviathan Dragon, because it outs Dark Law, and that's what my deck loses to. And that's the extra deck. And then I'll go ahead and show the side as well. The 15 card side I had, I changed it up a little bit. I didn't have Master of Strix, so what I did instead is I played 3 Vanity's Fiend, 2 Majesty's Fiend, and then to go with the Fiends, instead of locking my opponent out from tributing, I play Monarch Stormforth and just tribute their stuff. Also decided to do 2 Cyber Dragon Cores for Cosmo, but I didn't play any Cosmo players, so this card was kind of useless. For the other cards I did Raigeki and 2 Dark Holes for mass removal against Monarchs, and then usually against Pepe players, they make me go second anyway, so instead of having a bunch of Floodgates and stuff, I sided the Floodgates, and then I blow out their board and try to OTK them. The 3rd Twin Twister, I'd probably move this to the main deck. And then the trap card that's also really good against Monarch, and I'll probably keep it in after seeing how good it is, I'll probably play the 2 Imperial Iron Wool. Because if they can't banish their spells or anything like that, then they can't get the advantage off the Prime Monarch, they can't get the advantage of Pantheism and stuff like that. So this card's really good, so it's probably going to stay in. But yeah, that was my updated Burning Abyss deck profile for Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. I said always remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll continue to bring you guys more content. The next deck I'm probably going to do will probably be Cyber Dragons, because I have it foiled out, so it's been sitting in my binder. I know a lot of people like Cyber Dragons, so I'll probably bring that next to the channel. And I'll probably hopefully get some more matches on here for you guys later.